Hello everyone. Today, I will be teaching you how to make a bath bomb, specifically a black bath bomb, but this recipe can be used for any other sort of bath bomb. All you have to do is just add your own scent and your own colors and you're ready to go. First, let's start off by preparing our space by laying down a newspaper to protect our surface that we're working on. Next, you're going to need a whisk, a large mixing bowl, and these aren't necessary, but I like to use tiny mixing cups to pre-measure my ingredients. You're also going to need measuring cups to measure out your ingredients. You will also need a spray bottle. For this recipe, you will need a half cup of baking soda, a fourth cup of cornstarch, a fourth cup of Epsom salt, and you're going to eventually want to whisk all your dry ingredients together, but for the black bath bomb, I'm going to add these pink tablets that are full of activated charcoal, and you can find them at any Walmart near you. Now this isn't necessary, and these are just for black bath bombs because activated charcoal has a lot of beneficial health benefits. Also, go ahead and be a little bit more generous with your dry ingredients just to make sure that you have plenty of mixture for your bath bombs because you would rather have more than two less. Because then you won't be able to fill your mold completely. I'm also going to take a moment that if you're working with activated charcoal, it is very messy and you may want to wear gloves. So go ahead and whisk together all your dry ingredients, making sure to get all the little clumps out and trying to blend it together as much as you can until it forms a nice mixture like this. Now you're going to want to take your spray bottle and you're going to want to add 3 teaspoons of any oil of your choice. I decided to use virgin olive oil. And go ahead and add that to your spray bottle. You will need essential oils of your choice, about a teaspoon of that. But I don't really ever measure out how much I really need. I just kind of add however much that I want. But you also don't have to be as generous. Next, you go ahead and choose your food coloring of choice. I find that with black especially, that gel food coloring works the best because it really gives that rich dark black compared to more regular food colorings. Go ahead and mix that together. And also be very careful when working with the black food coloring. Now make sure your spray nozzle is set to spray and not stream because we want to slowly incorporate the wet ingredients into our dry ingredients, or else the water in our mixture will activate our dry ingredients before it's time for our bath. Now you can see as I'm struggling to add it into the mixture because I don't have enough in my spray bottle. If you need to, you can go ahead and double the mixture just so that you have enough. Go ahead and spray your wet mixture in with your dry mixture and then whisk together gradually your ingredients. Really take your time with this step because you don't want to add too much mixture. And also, if you don't think your mix is turning out to be the color you would like, you can go ahead and add some more food coloring straight into the mix. This is sort of what your mixture should look like. You should be able to leave impressions with your fingers into the mixture, and it'll kind of feel like moon sand. And when you pick it up, it should stick together. It should be a little bit more sticky than that. Now you're going to want to take your molds. I like to use Christmas ornament protectors because they're very cheap and you can find them at Hobby Lobby pretty easily. So go ahead and continue to fill your molds, making sure you really pack them down into the forms each time to make them as compressed as you can. Now you're going to want to sandwich your two halves together. And it's usually at this point that I like to go ahead and check over the bath bomb just to make sure that there aren't any cracks and that the mixture is right. And my mixture is a little bit crumbly, so in this clip, I go ahead and I take it out of the case and I try to reform it a little bit because there were a couple cracks that I didn't like and I didn't want it to interfere with the texture of our bath bomb later when we demold it. Go ahead and put it in the fridge for a couple of hours. I usually wait 2. It's a little dangerous to leave it completely overnight at the risk that your chemicals will react, as you can kind of see that mine did here. I also think one of my roommates bumped my mold while it was in the refrigerator, but it'll still work. Now we just have 2 bath bombs. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a whole one to work this time. So go ahead and prepare your bath and go ahead and drop in your bath bomb. Now, the first one isn't reacting as I would have liked, but the second one reacted wonderfully. And if the first one isn't reacting as you would like, go ahead and you can break it up and it'll have the same wonderful spooky effect. And there you have your very, very cool black bath. There's a warning, however, that you might have to do some cleanup. If you have a lot of grime on your bathtub, you will have to scrub off the black, but it shouldn't stain it. And it's pretty easy to get off. I like to use steel wool to clean off the grime directly from the bathtub, but if that doesn't work, I also like to use a Mr. Clean magic eraser to get all the little grimy stains off.